Hello everybody, Dacryo Gallows here, and welcome to my new Let's Play, Bastion. Yes, this is also the first Let's Play going up on this channel ever. Yay! I know I said I was going to do something along the lines of this quite a while ago, but, well, some things went wrong. Horribly wrong, actually. So, yeah, it didn't work out. But now, things should be good. I should be good to upload, and hopefully I won't go on one of those huge streaks where I never upload things, and I say I will, and yeah. So yeah, Bastion. This is an indie game. You can buy it on Steam. Currently $15. When it's on sale, it's like $3, and that's what I got it for, so yeah. So let's start this game and figure out what it's all about, right? Oh, whoops. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, my bad. No idea why I picked that. We actually want normal mode. Now, there's two modes to start out with. These two you have to unlock by beating the game. These two are what you start out with, and then continue, obviously, continues it. Normal mode is just a normal, regular game. No sweat mode is for new people, just starting the game. You have unlimited chances to carry on. And that means, like, if you die, you can come back, always. Whereas in normal mode, you can only come back once or twice. So, let's do this. Yes. That's some cool text.
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble.
That man is the stranger, the one you hear talking, and I'm gonna try not to talk over him, but I don't know, sometimes I might not be able to help it. He talks a lot in this game, so he's basically the narrator.
Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road.
And we got the sail hammer.
Touching reunion.
And basically in this game you can break everything, really.
He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the Calamity.
And you are gonna want to break a lot of stuff to get those little blue things. Those things are known as fragments, and they're very important later on. They're not gonna be very important soon, but...
No, ma'am. It's a gas fella. Forced out from underground.
But, they'll be useful later. Oh, jeez. You can use space to, roll to dodge attacks, which I was trying to do.
Fella got a piece of him, though.
Yeah, he hit me. Anyway, this game does recommend going off the beaten path because you'll find little things like this. You'll find little areas with a bunch of... you know, they're called fragments, these little blue things. So.
Kid just rages for a while.
Yeah, if you do certain things, like if you just start beating stuff up, then he'll say different things, which is kind of cool. There's actually, he's got a lot of dialogue, the stranger does, whereas our character doesn't talk. These big things also drop fragments most of the time.
Falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do.
Alright, so we got a new weapon.
Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber.
We got the Fang Repeater. Very nice. And it's capable of, well, firing a lot of shots multiply. And it's the first ranged weapon we get. For anyone who's curious, there are a total of 10 weapons in this game.
Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting.
And they're all
sometimes
different.
You just need a drink.
Like, no two weapons are even close to being the same. At least in my opinion.
A school of squirts tunnels up around them. Must have fled here from the mines.
And what I'm doing there is I'm holding shift, and shift actually locks onto the nearest enemy, so... I thought that fountain healed me up. Weird. My health is still down. Don't know what that's all about.
Kid finds a memento from a girl he knew. Always used to fancy her.
Well, anyway, if you're low on health, just press F and it'll use up all your
the old
potions.
saloon's still standing. Used to have the nicest view.
If you ever find one of these fountains, just feel free to use it all the time because they never run out as far as I know. Alright, let's go in here. The one thing I'm kind of worried about is, my mouse clicking.
He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The Calamity got him before his drinking did.
What the heck happened to him? He looks like Ash. Not Ash like the Pokemon trainer, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Then Kid finds his trusty shield.
Alrighty. And now we get our third piece of equipment, the bullhead shield. With this, we can block.
But just as he's getting a handle on it, the security takes him for a petty thief.
Now check this out.
Clang. Shield saves his hide.
If you block at just the right time, you can counter-attack, which is always cool. Oh yeah, and if you pick up these potions and you already have full potions, you'll get some bonus experience. Now you see, if you don't block at the right time, all you do is stun them. But you can counter pretty much every enemy in this game.
Windbags start turning up for last call.
If you can counter, like, I would recommend learning to counter because there is a point in the game where you need to. You don't need to, but it's recommended that you do. Also, I should mention, unlike your other weapons, you will always have your shield.
Start coming out of the woodwork.
Also, if you ever see those apples on the ground, they'll heal you. Not by much, but they'll heal you by a good bit. Now that guy charges at you, so you gotta be careful. He can hit you from a range. Also, I think he hit one of his own guys there. If he did, then that's a good example, because they can hit, enemies can hit other enemies, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm worried about my mouse clicking because
Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window.
You have to mouse click a lot.
It's a bit of a drop.
You can actually, this is kind of gruesome, you can actually break their those little ash statue things. I don't usually do that though, that's kind of mean. Window. And here it tells you how to roll, so.
He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke.
Very nice. So we have a third weapon now already. Trust me, they don't come this fast usually.
Target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back.
So the breaker's bow, it's another ranged weapon, except obviously you hold it down and it'll charge. And now we find something stringy.
The kid pockets a memento from a breaker. Once the fastest man in the land.
Now that's actually not a memento, that's despite what he says, that's an upgrade. You want to get that.
Good news is
later on we're going to be able to upgrade our weapons.
Bad news is they're aiming for the kid.
And as far as I know, there are no extra parts in this game, so if you miss one, you're pretty much screwed because you cannot go back to these levels. Did I miss anything? Also, another thing, this isn't gonna really be, you're not gonna be aware of this until later. You want to actually make sure that you're raising all of these platforms that you can.
Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome.
And we get Whirlwind, a new ability.
He's a mighty fast learner.
And that's what it does. It lets you spin around with that hammer a whole big bunch. And now we have the ability to find black tonics. Black tonics are used to use abilities. Every ability in the game costs 1 black tonic to use. Oh. I keep thinking I've still got my Fang repeater. And there, as you can see, the breaker's bow goes through people. There we go. your counter will always pretty much one-shot these oh, dang it, these cannons. So, that's a good way to get rid of them.
He finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal.
Oh, very nice.
Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
Yep, the distillery is where we can put on, active ability, or not active, what do you... I've forgotten the term for it. Not active abilities, not like you have to activate them, but, static abilities, yeah. The ones that are always working. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I usually use Fetching Fizz. It lets you bring in those little fragments that go astray, which is always good, because sometimes they'll be out of your reach. And this will let you get them. So, Fetching Fizz is always good. And then the arsenal is where
the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
Yeah, there you go, just like he says. And we actually have 2 of these now. 2 extra ones at least. I'm gonna take Dancing Shot. I've never actually used that. So, I'm gonna stick with Sail's Hammer and Breaking Bow. Because I figure it's good to have... Usually I will actually go with, oh jeez. Yeah, see, if you get in the middle of a ton of enemies like that, they really do damage to you. Usually I go with...
squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins.
Usually I go with 2 ranged weapons, but, I'm gonna try to...
And then he falls to his death. I'm just fooling.
I've never actually done that. Wow. Yeah, you can fall off these platforms, so be careful. So there you go, first failure. Something I guess I should point out about Kale's Hammer, all weapons, at least as far as I know, all weapons have some kind of other thing that they can do that no other weapon can do. Kale's Hammer gets stronger if you just stay still and use it. And there's another Ash statue thing. Jeez, what happened? I know he said the Calamity happened, but that doesn't explain much. And we got this guy. There we go.
An old ferry barge.
Okay,
the kid on his way.
I said I was going to stop talking for him.
Close now.
So we're heading to the Bastion. Well, I guess that's what this game's called, right? Don't worry, yeah, don't worry too much about the blue ones. You want to worry about those red ones. They're the ones that hit you. Also, something, I've been meaning to bring this up. You may see that I'm doing power shots with that breaker bow. To do that, you want to let go of the bow as soon as your character starts to glow. Like that. I didn't think... And we got...
Takes a chunk of alloy. The smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags.
Oh man,
I maybe shouldn't have done what he just did.
Don't like these things. These things throw down that blue goop, and that stuff, it creates these little damage over time areas, which is stupid. Man, that's actually a pretty good skill. So you see the shield really can help out. Oh, he's still alive.
Rob's a scumbag on his last meal.
So there we go.
Puts him out of his misery.
So yeah, you should be level 2 by now. Leveling up in this game doesn't happen very often, I'll let you know that right now. Like I was level 6 when I first beat this game, so, and you notice you can go up to level 10. So, yeah. I mean, it's completely possible to get level 10, I assume,
He finds the core to the Wharf District.
But I haven't.
He steals the city's heart. Might as well.
Alright, when you get that core, you want to get running. And you want to get running fast.
Kid has a feeling you better get a move on.
Don't even bother with enemies. Why not? There we go.
Kid just keeps running. somersaulting like crazy.
I had to do that. That was fun. But yeah, so this is what happens when you take a core. The world just starts to die.
Whisks him where it needs to go.
And those skyways are where we leave.
Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races.
The Bastion.
Did anybody else survive?
Who knows?
Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me.
Stranger.
We talk for a spell.
What's the city crest all about?
There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores.
Well, that explains a lot. What about... Did anyone else come back?
I tried to let the kid down gently. This is the Bastion, alright. Except no one else showed up.
Well, that is sad.
All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there. Then watch.
Well, that's not a very good way of convincing people, but sure, I'll go ahead and do that. Now we see what happens.
Just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown.
So just by putting a core there, we were able to rebuild the Bastion a little bit. That's pretty cool. I guess I should explain some things about the Bastion. You cannot use your weapons or abilities here, but because there's no need to, but... Yeah, so right now the Bastion's pretty bare, but you notice as soon as we put that core there, we had this foundation.
Kid ponders what to build.
Yeah. So now we can build something. We can build an arsenal, which we already found, or we can build a distillery, which we already found. Now the distillery, I don't think I'm going to put up here right yet, because... Yeah, I mean, it's... I think I'd rather have an arsenal before I add the distillery, because the distillery only gives you those spirits. And you don't level up quickly in this game at all. Like, it's gonna be forever till we get level 3. I know we got level 2 pretty fast, but still. So I'm gonna take the arsenal, which is where... Mirror shield available. Oh yeah, that's a new ability. That's not a new weapon, that's an ability.
The Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to.
Mirror shield automatically blocks, it automatically counter blocks all oncoming attacks for a short time. And when I mean short time, I mean like 2 seconds, so... But it is helpful if you're getting overrun, because auto countering will, act as a counter, obviously, and deal a lot of damage to people. And then we have Bolt Burst, which is something I didn't show off. Bolt Burst is... It basically unloads the Fang Repeater's ammo all on one target really fast. It's actually pretty cool. I think I'm going to stick with Dancing Shot, and I'll stick with the Breaker's Bow. But, I think, just to make things interesting, I'll switch over to the Fang Repeater. And now he should say something, because usually when you exit this place, he'll say something about the weapon combination you've chosen.
With the bow and repeater at the ready, Kid aims to keep a safe distance.
There we go. Alright, so I think that's enough for this episode. We put the core here, and we, met the stranger. So, next time on Bastion, we will be heading out. And we'll see where else we need to go, what he needs us to do now. I guess we'll just hang around him, since I fell off the Bastion, yeah. I didn't even know you could do that, wow. Learn something new every day. Alright, that's a sign I need to stop, so I'll see you guys next time. I've been Dacryo Gallows, and I'll see you in the next episode of Bastion. Stick around.